Hi Libra, welcome to your 2017 forecast. So the wonderful news is that Jupiter, the planet that rules abundance, growth, prosperity, is still going to be in your sign until October the 10th of this year. So it's sitting here in this first house, encouraging you, Libra, to take a few more risks than you might ordinarily take. To travel, if you get an opportunity to travel. And if it's not physical travel, to travel with your mind, to expand yourself in every possible dimension. And of course, to take advantage of the many opportunities that will be presenting themselves to you because of this wonderful Jupiter return that you're going through, that comes around once every 12 years. So this year you might feel as though things are getting off to a bit of a slow start. And that's largely because Mercury, the planet that rules communication, transportation, technology, is retrograde until the 9th of the month. So don't get concerned about that. Just know that things just may take a little time, and it won't be possibly until the middle of January that you start to feel as though your life is beginning to move in more of a flow again. It's important to use this time for reflection, for releasing, for letting go, for relaxing, maybe just a little more after this holiday new period that so many of us will be celebrating. So this Mercury goes direct on the 9th here in your third house, Libra, and this is going to be a fabulous year for studying, for learning, for putting some concentration into a particular area. You might find yourself on a serious course of study, something that really is going to bring you a qualification or some skills that will make you extremely marketable. And the eclipses this year are in February and in August. So let's look at the February ones, and at the end of this video there is a list of all these important dates that I'm going to be mentioning to you now, so you'll be able to get them later on. So February the 10th, we've got a lunar eclipse happening in Leo, here in your 11th house. A lunar eclipse shining a light on everything to do with friendships, your associations, the people you connect with. Possibly it's going to bring some changes in the flavour of your friendships, the people that you want to have around you. You may find that changes very dramatically from this energy of the lunar eclipse. And don't forget that the eclipse energy lasts for at least 6 months afterwards, so it's a gradual unfolding often. You may find yourself working more in communities or more with the public, but certainly a shift in terms of who you want to have in your circle of friends. And it could be a complete renewal of all the friendships in your life and the way you see friendships. And on February the 26th, we've got a solar eclipse happening in Pisces here, joining Neptune in your 6th house. So solar eclipse here for you, Libra, towards the end of February, is going to bring some new opportunities for your work area. It could be a new job, could be a promotion. It's also bringing you some new opportunities to really get in touch with your body. The Neptune energy there, energizing that solar eclipse, saying to you, okay, let's get in tune with my physical body. Sometimes there's a tendency to go with what somebody else is saying. Yes, this is a good diet, this is a good exercise regime. What about you devising your own exercise regime? Or maybe no regime at all, maybe you just follow what your body needs on any particular day. But it's certainly going to give you an opportunity, Libra, to tune in to your physical body, to your emotional self, and to bring yourself back into more balance. Of course, Libra is always seeking balance. I know that. I'm a Libra right here with you. So, one of the most important things happening this year, is that your ruler Venus is going to go retrograde from March the 6th until April the 15th, going retrograde here in your 7th house and then back along into your 6th house. So what does this mean for you, Libra? Well, there's every possibility that a lover or a love or a relationship from the past may come back into your life. Maybe for a healing, maybe for a reconnecting, but in some way somebody from your past could significantly really help you move forward. It's also going to be a wonderful time for reflecting on relationships. Not necessarily a wonderful time for getting into a new relationship, but a wonderful time to think about relationships. And you may be revising relationships in some way. You may also, as it moves into your 6th house, be revising how you see work. You might say to yourself, well, I'm not getting enough pleasure out of my work. Venus is about pleasure, enjoyment. So it's again going to be a focus of reflecting during the retrograde as to what would give you pleasure, getting up every day and doing whatever it is. And that Venus is going to encourage you to move into the direction of work that gives you pleasure, and also to relationships that give you pleasure. It's not the best time to have any kind of cosmetic surgery or anything that is any kind of aesthetic changes. I can remember having a huge haircut change during a Venus retrograde once, and it was awful. And I came out of the salon crying bitterly because, of course, once the hair's gone, it's gone, really, isn't it? Unless you're going to wear a wig. So those are just some cautionary bits about Venus retrograde. On April the 9th until May 3rd, we've got another Mercury retrograde. This is happening here from your 8th to your 7th house. And so Mercury retrograde here, it's going to be a reflection about money, finances, especially to do with banks, insurance companies, tax, any kind of authorities. It's also going to be an important time to reflect and maybe have some important conversations with people that you're in relationship with, but an opportunity really to listen to what the other person is saying and before you're jumping to conclusions, and to be able to really, you may even find yourself mediating with your friends or with another couple. If it's not for you yourself, you may be helping somebody else during this period. On August the 7th, we've got a lunar eclipse happening in Aquarius, which is happening in your 5th house. Libras, a lunar eclipse in your 5th house. It's awakening you, it's shining a light on bringing more joy into your life. Could bring a child into your life. And if it's not a child, if it's not you getting pregnant or something like that, well, it could be you bringing out more of the child within you. It's shining a light as well on you maybe opening your own business or growing a business if you already have one. We've got another Mercury retrograde happening from August the 12th until September the 5th, and that's happening here from your 12th to your 11th house. So giving you an opportunity here, Libra, to have some quiet time out, to maybe do some writing, some journaling, some blogging, and then to really bring that out into the world, to share some of the writing. Many of you are very good writers, very good communicators. And it may be time then to really share it and to get it out and to publish more of the insights that you have innately. On August the 21st, we've got a solar eclipse happening in this 11th house. So big thing this year on the 11th house, Libra. So this is new beginnings in friendships, new opportunities, new friends, new organizations, new communities, new social networking. It's about widening your community and really bringing about a new inspiration, a new vibration to the kinds of people that you have around you. It's also going to give you an opportunity to look at how you want to contribute It's very important for you to feel as though you're making a difference. And this may also help you really get clearer as to how you can feel as though you are productively making a difference to this very changing world that we're going through. On October the 11th, we've got Jupiter moving out of your sign, but don't be concerned. It goes into the second house. Jupiter, an opportunity to expand your finances, an opportunity to expand your self-worth, how you feel about yourself. Jupiter in the second can sometimes mean that you're spending money a little too freely, so you may need to be aware of that. But it also can bring you a lot of abundance. A lot of prosperity can come to you because Jupiter will be in your second house until October of 2018. We've got a final Mercury retrograde from December the 3rd to the 22nd, and that's happening here, going from Sagittarius in your third. In fact, it is all the time back here now in Sagittarius. So this could be a completion of some studies. It could also be a wonderful time to look at your neighbourhood, the people around you, the people that you live around, to maybe reflect on, maybe it would be nice to connect with some of my neighbours, the people around me. It's also a wonderful time for studying, for doing any kind of exams, anything where you've got to come up with important and useful information. And it's going to give you an opportunity to really focus your mind. And then on the 20th of December, right at the end of the year, Saturn moves into your fourth house. And for you Libras, Saturn in the fourth, well, for many of you, you may be moving. You may decide it's time to move, get a different kind of place. Or you may in some way be restructuring your environment. So for some of you, it could mean a move. For some of you, it might mean renovations, repairs. For others of you, it might mean downsizing and simplifying your life and having less expenses. But more about that when we get into 2018. But that's just your preview for this year. So I think there's some excitement possible with relationships still going on with Uranus in the 7th house there. It's going to mean that you may have some relationships that sort of come and go, but certainly an opportunity for some excitement, some passion and some romance for those of you who are looking for that. You might want to consider, as this is a special time of year, the beginning of the year, having a painting specially designed for you, or maybe as a gift for somebody that you love, based upon your date, time and place of birth. So it's an original, unique painting, especially for you, based upon your astrological aspects. I'd just like to thank so many of you for commenting, for sharing, for being with me all year, for supporting me, for being so encouraging. As a fellow Libra, you know what it's like when you get a few dislikes or any kind of criticisms. It's that ouchy type of feeling. But I just really want to thank you all so very much. And I wish you a wonderful year. Bye for now.